Hi everyone, it's Cecilia. I'm going to do a reading today because it's almost the end of the month and I want to look into October. And I'm going to be using the prediction deck. I am going to ask for 5 cards from the prediction deck to tell us what we can expect from the government in October. Okay. And then I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Nature's Whispers Oracle on how we are to handle, how we can handle all the shit show, for lack of a better word, of what we can expect in October. And real quick, yes, I do know I have a toilet in my living room. Right now, I'm remodeling bathroom. It started, it supposed to have been done 4th of July weekend, but right before 4th of July, I fell, broke my ribs, and that kind of, it took us all this time to get the floors in, the flange, and it's just been a labor, really labor, because I've been limited because I had surgery on my Achilles tendon and my heel. So, yay. Hopefully I go back to work, and I'm hoping sometime this week, with the help of the kids, we can get that toilet in and finish hooking up the sink and all the good stuff. And my table, usually I use my table and I lay it out so you can see it all nice and neat. But I'm kind of in this position where I worked in the yard today and I worked for a little bit and I pulled all of my sweet potatoes that I had planted, and I dried them off, got all the dirt off of them. I got to lay them out on my coffee table here, and it's curing. I don't have any space. I'm in the process of getting ready to make pickles and sauerkraut, and got all this stuff. Then I got to make dog food, and I just have no space. So right now, everything is kind of discombobulated. But yeah, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and ask 5 cards, please. We need 5 cards that tells us for October what to expect, and by way of the government. We want to know 5 cards only. Any more cards, just 5, on what we can expect from the government. Okay. Because to be forewarned is to be forearmed. To prepare. We need to prepare. We need to know what's going on. We ask truthfully, or we ask for the truth. With 5 cards, what can we expect from the government? What is ours? What can we expect? What can we expect? Okay. Controlled narrative. I'm going to lay them out. I'm going to tell you what it all means. Shadow ruler. Replace or exchange. Health matter. Housing issues. And at the base of the deck, well, it don't matter. Base. I said 5 cards only. Okay, so let's talk about this. First, for many people, there's going to be more people that are going to be having housing issues this month. People are losing their job. The social safety net has been cut dramatically. We already know that people are using their credit cards to buy groceries, the middle class. So a lot of people, a lot is going on for people. And for some, for many, I think many more, we're going to see many more people having housing issues coming up in October. I had a dream several weeks ago about Trump dying. Now, we know that there was a controlled narrative around his health. I have been saying, every reading I had, I kept saying, I don't know if he's even going to make it to the election, because I kept feeling, and then I would read the cards on it, and it would always give me maybe. I kept feeling he was not in good health before the election. I've been saying this since before the election. And if you go onto my Facebook page, I talk about Trump's health. I put it here on Facebook about Trump's health. I put my readings here as well. And I said, he's sicker than we know. He is not in good health. And they have been controlling the narrative. It wasn't until he started getting the cankles that they finally started admitting that he was not in perfect health. And then, and I had that dream several weeks ago about him dying and Eric being extremely upset. Okay. So there's been a controlled narrative around his health. Okay. And everything's been being run because his health is so bad, and it has progressed. I mean, we'll see him and he looks all healthy and they're popping him up full of something. I don't know if he's on something experimental or he just pops up. He's got all this stuff going on and then he just bottoms out and we don't see him for a few days. Okay. But that is not going to work long term. Okay. So we have a shadow ruler. This is Steve Miller. Keep talking about Steve Miller. You all know what I think about Steve Miller. Well, if you are my Facebook friend, you know what I think about him. This is for entertainment purposes only. And this is based on the energy of today, right now, at this moment. Keep in mind, energy can change. Time can move faster or slower. I mean, we think time doesn't move, but the perception of time can move faster or slower. I mean, this year's going by really fast, even though it's been hell. Okay. And it could be because I'm older. If you talk to my grandchild, they'll tell you, oh my God, this year's dragging. I can't wait till the end of the year. But anyway, the shadow ruler. This is Steve Miller. He's running the show. He's controlling the narrative. There's a health matter. I think there's going to be a health matter before the end of the month, give or take. Sometime soon. His health is not good. I've been saying it. Every time when he made it to the elections, I said, wow, I can't believe he made elections. And I thought, well, maybe he won't make it until the inauguration. And he made it to the inauguration. And the fact that he's made it this far, he's being pumped with something. I don't know if it's experimental or anything else, but he is in really, really bad shape. Okay. So there's going to be some sort of health issue. I don't know what kind of health issue. I don't know if it's going to cause death or it's just going to be enough that he's going to have to be replaced or exchanged. And I'm assuming this is Vance. But Vance is not too popular with the Republicans or MAGA. And Trump really didn't want him. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of here. So that's what I am seeing for October. I'm not doing a real deep dive, just a quick little 5-card pool. People are going to have trouble with housing. It's going to be some sort of health issue. The narrative's been controlled, and the government's being run, and it's being run right now. It is going to continue to do so. Okay. So now I want us to go ahead and I want us to look at, I'm going to pull 3 cards. And these 3 cards are what we are going to have to do. What do we have to do? Seriously. We got to know what it is ours to do. What can we do to keep ourselves sane? Because these are hard times. You know, people are losing jobs. Everything's getting really expensive. I mean, I know at my house, we don't have a lot of luxuries. I mean, I have YouTube is my big luxury. And I don't have satellite. I don't have cable. And I'm thinking about getting rid of that because I've got to figure out, okay, my health care is probably going to go up next year. I'll know when I go to redo my health care in November. Food keeps going up. My taxes on my property is going up. Electricity is going up. I've been off of work since almost all of July. And I've still been off work. I can't wait to go back to work. I miss my coworkers. I really do. I miss my coworkers. I miss going to work. I miss being around people on a daily, though I will only be going back 2 days a week. But what is ours? What is it that we have to do? Okay, so let's see. What is it that what do we got to do? Okay, so let's take a look. Okay. Potential gateway. Maintain your childlike spirit. And I'll go over this. I'm not going to read what in the book says. I mean, celebrate differences. Okay. All right. The only way we're going to get through with this, there's a potential way through this. Okay. Some people aren't going to like it. Okay. But it's the only way. And the gateway is coming together as a people. We have a lot more in common than we have differences. And this goes for people all around the world. People want a safe place to live. They want to be able to afford food and have a decent house. They want to be able to get to work. They want to be healthy and be able to access health care. But to get there, because it's all eroding fast, the gateway is coming together. Okay? Coming together for what we want. We need to be able to celebrate differences. We don't have to focus in. I mean, we all have a lot of differences. But we can put aside some differences that aren't really that important, that in this whole scheme of things. I always ask, my family, if you were to die, if you were being told you're dying tomorrow, would this be something that you would hold as utmost importance? That you would be so worried about, that you would be wasting your time the last day that you have to live? And a lot of times the answer is no. It's not that important. Well, that's what we have to do here. We have to celebrate the differences. We all have something to give, no matter who they are. Everybody has something to bring to the table. The gateway to a better world and to a better year in October is to work together and celebrate the differences. Come together as a people. But while you're doing that, don't forget to take and maintain your childlike spirit. You still got to have fun. You have to look at some fun things in life. You have to look at awe. Go out for a hike and just absorb the beauty. Grow a garden and be in awe of how they plant. Just like a child, they get all excited when they plant their first plant. And they got fruit coming up, or they got veggie coming up, and they're all excited to try that. Having fun. Maintain that childlike experience. That's what we need to do. I can't stress it enough. It's really what we need to do. But we can do it while still doing this. Because, all work, no play makes, I don't know, is it Joe a sad boy or something like that? You gotta have fun. You gotta enjoy life. So I hope that gives you something to look at. We'll see next month how right my readings are, how right this is. We'll know. As I said, I'm not always right, but I'm right often enough. And we will get through this. We will. Can't live in fear. Children aren't afraid. Not really. They just take life by the horns and they go with it. And we need to be more like that. So you have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you later.